Yo, welcome back to another episode of Playmaker's Perspective. I'm your host, Tyson Norton, and you're probably wondering why we're outside today. And that's because I'm trying something new. I'm kind of dibbling and dabbling in a little bit of everything, trying to see what works and what doesn't. So today I'm bringing you another style video, and we're going to title this one Bleacher Talk. I got a guy with me that's one of my closest friends, like person that's very important to me. I kind of grew up and started this football journey with him. And he went on to move to a different school and continue his journey, but we stayed connected. Like I said, he's just one of my closest friends. So that's kind of the person I wanted to, start this style video with. But there's not much else that needs to be said. Let's get into it. So today's guest I have with me is Richard Hanshaw. Go ahead, tell the people where you're from.
Thank you for having me. I'm obviously my name is Richard Hanshaw. I live in Spring Hill, but I play for Wickiwachi High School. I'm a quarterback, and just here to get some questions up and throws up with them.
So you mentioned you're a quarterback. What inspired you to play the position?
It was more like at first it was a have to, but then when I realized that the highs of being a quarterback compared to the highs of any other position is unlike anything, it just kind of got me addicted to playing it and just made me always want to be better.
So when you speak of the highs and the lows, I'm gonna specifically speak on the lows. How do you deal with like the pressure and things of that?
I got to say, just being a quarterback, the highs definitely outweigh the low. Even when you do beat yourself up for that week after the game, thinking it's all your fault. When you win that game and it's because you guys won as a team and because you led them, that leadership feeling of that win, it's unlike anything. It's better than any loss kind of low you'll ever feel.
Given that you play for Wickiwachi,
right?
How's the culture there? How does it like feel to be there?
It's definitely changed since I've been here. I've been here for 3 years. It's changed every year, literally. And I got to say, this is probably our best year. Because we started off, we weren't that good of a school, but now we just had our best season, 7-3. And this year we're looking to go to playoffs and win districts. So, but it's definitely changed every year. We got a new coaching staff every season, it feels like. But this year it looks like it's sticking around, so we should be good.
So, what do you think was the reason behind you guys getting new coaches?
I definitely have to say they weren't getting the outcome that they wanted. Coaching staff wasn't bringing to the table what they thought they were. So, got rid of them and trial and error, and we find our successor. So,
do you think there's been like a specific coach that kind of like stuck with you that you feel like has been effective in your growth as a player?
100% Coach Bland, and he is the head coach now. So my freshman year, he was our JV coach.
Okay.
So now that he obviously got the promotion, he went from head coach, from JV head coach to OC to head coach for varsity now, and he's definitely changed a lot. He's definitely done a lot more for the kids at the school. He's definitely done a lot for us as a team and as a program.
So he's kind of like grown with you.
Yeah, 100%.
Over the course of you being there, he's kind of also leveled up.
100% he has. He did win Coach of the Year.
So going into senior year, I don't know if we mentioned that, but you're going into your senior year. You had a pretty decent year this year, and I know you're planning on topping that. So 100%. What are your specific goals going into this year?
Now, I know that I did lose a lot of seniors this year. That's another thing. Every year, you lose somebody, a guy that you probably grew up with or a guy that you played with for 3 years, but because he's that year older, you don't have him no more. So a thing I'm looking forward to is still being able to succeed with, people that are younger or don't have that much, experience. So I would love to, show people that it's not just because this one guy had that I can perform, that I can perform because I'm that guy,
So how are you adjusting with the new guys and the freshmen that are coming in? How's it looking right now?
Well, I got to say, about a month ago, it was a little rough. But, I literally have them out there every weekday after we get done with conditioning, catching the ball. And, I'm not taking it light on them. I'm throwing it literally as hard as I can at their heads. I mean, they're going to be scared of it for a little while, but, then they get used to it. And then they start catching it. Exactly. Just the reps, the repetitions, you get better over time anyway. So it always helps.
So let's take it back. When did you start playing football?
Start playing football in 2nd grade. That was my first organized game. I started playing for HYL my first season, and then I actually started playing at this very park right here for Shea with a few of my guys that I'm still friends with to this day. And that was back in my receiver days. I was a little scrawny kid. I was 4'11", 80 pounds. But I, just playing receiver, and then, when you're little league, you don't really got nobody to throw to you. And that's what I kind of realized. I was like, well, I can't throw to me, so maybe I should just throw to somebody else, and they got a better chance at, catching it if they got a better guy throwing the ball.
So was it like an immediate click and you just knew you loved the sport, or is it like
100%? Like 100%. Yeah, I tried baseball when I was a little kid. I hated it. I hated standing around. Basketball was always fun. That's something I'll always do on the side, 100% for the rest of my life. But football is just it's an unreal type of love for the game. It just doesn't go.
Going into your senior year, how has the recruiting process looked for you? Is there any schools you're communicating with or you're interested in?
Recruiting process actually has been going very well. I did just have UCF at my school the other day. They check out my film. I've got a school in Pennsylvania and school in Missouri looking at my film right now. So it's going good. I got to say it's definitely been a very drastic change from my sophomore year to the junior season. When you finally get that eligibility to talk to coaches on your own, it definitely opens up an entire window for you. So no, yeah, definitely recruitment has taken off. NIL deals also. I got 2 of those right now. So it's definitely been on a exponential type curve right now. So
Can you go into detail on the NIL deals that you are in right now?
So I do have a brand ambassador deal with Next Level Sports. They do help out young athletes, get exposure to, recruitment and like college coaches all over the world and stuff. So it definitely, they definitely helped me out through this process a lot with recruiting. And that's when I was able to sign my first NIL deal with them. I got a King Rich shirt now I could probably put you on to.
Hey, give me right after this. All right.
Got the autograph on the sleeve. But no, yeah, it's definitely been a big process. NIL, it comes with a lot. It does take a lot of dedication. A lot of stuff is okay. Well, if you want this done, you need to do it right now. You can't wait around. It's not every NIL deal is going to be a Nike deal. You're going to have to invest in smaller brands and build your program, build a program up from the bottom. If you're going to do that, you got to start at the bottom as well. You're not going to start at the very top. So it takes a lot.
It's kind of a misconception people have when they see
Yes.
like these Nike, Adidas, and bigger brand deals, but not realizing these people had to kind of really start from the bottom and work their way up.
Exactly. Like you don't know about somebody until they're that 5-star.
Until you don't really hear it
until overtime puts them on blast. You don't hear about any of their NIL deals or anything. So, but it's when they blow up. It's not that they were nobody before that. They were building.
they had through that process.
Exactly. They had those small deals, that little amount of money. They were going through it. But now now they're these big stars that we all know. So,
but yeah, speaking on the process, what is the biggest challenge you've had to overcome in your whole career so far?
Out of anything football, I'd have to say it was probably my sophomore year when I injured my UCL my left arm. Luckily, it wasn't my throwing arm, but still, I sprained it. And that throwing motion takes a lot of power out of you. So not being able to throw, it definitely took a lot out of me. To see my team struggle without me and having to rehab. And then when I rehabbed, I ended up changing my throwing form, which in the long run would help me for longevity wise too. A little bit more hip drive. It just takes a lot of critiquing, self-critique. As a player, I feel like every person needs that, be able to self-critique yourself and know that you need to be better at this or you need to change this.
So what was that recovery process like?
I had to say it actually was about 4 weeks of just milking it. I couldn't do anything. I trained legs for about a month and a half. So it definitely
sitting on the couch a little bit.
Yeah.
Really get out there and do what you really want to do.
Exactly. It was actually heartbreaking seeing, your team lose by 40 and you just got to stand up in the stands.
It's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
So last question of the day. What is a piece of advice you'd leave to someone that's kind of trying to walk in your shoes and be that next up and coming quarterback? Just any young player.
Honestly, and it's going to sound very cliche, but really do not give up. There's going to be times where, you feel like, okay, well, this guy's ahead of me, so I'm not going to play, don't give up. You're going to play. If he's older than you, you're going to have that season. If you put in work and you're shadowing that guy that's older than you, maybe he does have more experience than you. Maybe you're better than him, right? Maybe you are better than him. Maybe he has that 1 year of high school experience on you. Maybe you can learn a few things from him. But just learn. Don't run from your conflicts. Just stay with it. And just keep going. It's gonna get better. You don't need to really prey on the downfall of anybody. You just need to prey on your upbringing. That's it. Just keep going.
So you guys heard it here. Don't quit, no matter what the circumstances look like, what it may look like going into it. Don't quit. Go in there with a positive attitude. You'll get the best result. So, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, for sure.
Tell the people where they can find you, Instagram, Twitter, whatever,
All right, so my Twitter and Instagram is Richard_H_WWHS. You got all my film on there. I don't really post on Twitter too much, but you could go check out that King Rich shirt on Twitter and on Instagram. So holla at me, DMs and stuff. So
everything's going to be underneath the video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time. Play every game like it's your last.